Good morning. Lewis Williams, philosopher, life consultant. Uh, just to get off to a different start this morning instead of diving right into what's going on in the world today, I like to explain myself just a little bit. I call myself a philosopher, life consultant because the same as anyone else would have a career uh, or something that they want to master in life, whether it's physics or whether it's gymnastics or whether it's climbing mountains or accumulating a vast amount of wealth. You know, my goal was to seek knowledge and understanding because at a very young age, this did not make any sense to me. Being born into a world, uh, being capable of doing so much and settling for so little to get a job, work for someone or for yourself, make money, party in between or whatever you want to do in between, get old and die. When at the end, no one wanted to die. Everybody wanted to live. Everybody wanted to be happy. Everybody wanted to have a family and a lasting, forever relationship. And what I saw at that young age was doing that was not the answer. So my life was about experiencing, studying, understanding, and seeking out answers to what is life really all about. What is being human really all about? And I found out through my studies and through my experiences in life, life is not about things. Life is not spending a lifetime just seeking to become wealthy or become famous for this and get old and die when none of that can save you in the hereafter. And there is such a thing as a hereafter. And if you just open your mind and think a little bit, everything that's physical came from a hereafter. It came out of a thought. And that thought came from somewhere, came from a need, something that was planted. And we took that and we made it into a reality and we expanded on that. And that created an expanding future. But still, to this very day, after you spend your whole entire life accumulating wealth, but when you get old, you can't use it. Or you have to spend it just to keep you alive until you die. So what is life all about if you're going to spend your whole entire life living to accumulate wealth, but on your deathbed, you'll give it all up to live another day? And there are answers, and there are answers that I have found through my experiences in life. And that's why whatever I talk about is what I have experienced. And the reason why I am a philosopher, because I found through my experiences, I found out that the only thing that doesn't end is knowledge. Knowledge enables you to expand, to develop, to never see death. And that's why I chose to become a philosopher. And people talk about God. What is God? I'm not trying to tell anybody what to believe, how their religion is, But you are your religion. Your religion is your way of life, whether you accept it, whether you believe it or not. Because if you say you believe in one thing and you're not doing what that thing requires of you, then you don't believe it. And you're a hypocrite. And what you believe in is not hypocritical, so therefore you don't believe in that. Because if you believe in something, a religion or whatever, you are a representative of what you believe in. God is supreme knowledge and supreme wisdom, and by you living and incorporating that into your life, you are a manifestation of that supreme knowledge. You are a child of God. You representing your God. So when a person tells me they believe in something or they're a certain way, I look at that person. I look at him. Because you are an example of what you're telling me you are, what you believe in. How can I say I believe in my mind and my body if when an obstacle or something happens to my body, if I don't believe in it, if I believe in it, then I put my trust and my faith in it. I don't just talk. I just recently started saying the years that I'm knowledgeable about being on this planet, 77 years. I've never been sick a day in my life because I tell myself I don't get sick. People look at me, oh, you shouldn't say that. Why shouldn't I? I believe. I've never had the common cold. COVID came, never stopped. How can I say I believe in the power at hand? And if something happens to me, as far as my body is concerned, my body can control, my mind can control. I go to a doctor and take a pill every time I get an ache. Or if something happened to me, I take a pill, I run to... I'm not putting any faith in my body. I'm not putting any faith in my mind. I don't do that. Have I ever had aches? Sure. But I do a diagnostic of myself and find out what did I do? What did I didn't do? And in doing so, eventually, I'm well again. I'm moving. Every human body out here probably got something wrong with you, but your body has it in check. You go to a doctor start probing. Next thing you know, your whole body done got cancer or whatever it is, done spread it all over your body. Next thing you know, you're dead in 2 days, 6 months or whatever. Give your body a chance. Life is about life. Life is not about death, people. What you do, you're killing yourselves. You're killing yourselves by what you put into your body. You're killing yourselves by you not using your mind, by you not developing your brain. I do that. Just a little bit I do it, but I'm studying. I want to do it all. You know, just like people want to climb the tallest mountain. Well, you know what? I want to use every ounce of my mental ability. That's my goal in life. Not to become, say, I'm this, I'm that. No, that's not me. That's not me. You know. Speaking of eternal life, that's being spoken of. Death, overcoming death, that's being spoken of. So if these things are being spoken of, that means these things can happen. But yet, people with little or no knowledge at all are the first ones to jump up and criticize and say, no, not this, or this, because you don't know. When you really think about it, sit down for 15 minutes, take your eyes off the television, your ears off the radio, and just think. And ask yourself, what do you really know about anything? It just might scare you to death. Death? That's Walking Dead. Your movies sure, Walking Dead. What is dead? Death is a state of non-existence, not doing anything. If you're alive, walking around, not doing anything, you are walking dead, people. So this is what Lewis Williams, philosopher, life consultant, is all about. I'm just trying to learn to pass it on. If it can be used, fine. If it can't, then throw it in the trash. But I know one thing. What I am saying, up until this very point right now, has and is working for me. That's all. That's all I can tell. I can't tell you about anything else other than that. I can tell you what you can achieve, based on what I have achieved. I don't stress about anything, but I know within myself, any obstacle that I come against, I can overcome it. It's not given to me how many steps I got to take or how long I got to lift, but guess what? I can overcome it. The only time you fail is when you quit. Simple as that. If you quit, then guess what? You got nothing coming. You can't sit up here and put your life in someone else's hands and expect them to give you what they have. Some might. Very, 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 very few. But there are some good people in the world. But the way things are today, people, the selfish, the greedy, outweighs the ones that are loving and giving. And that's the situation that the world is in today. And this is what we're seeing. We are seeing a manifestation of the mentality of the people that's living today and how they are, and how they think, and how they feel about you. I was just listening to the news. They was talking about $7.25. It's the minimum wage in Pennsylvania, I think. And they want to raise to 15. 15 is not even enough to live today. You got to work at $7.25 an hour. You have to work in some stores. A loaf of bread costs $8.99. So that means you got to work over an hour just to buy a loaf of bread with maybe 10 slices or 15 slices in it. Does that make sense? It doesn't. But yet you got people that you have voted into office that have lied, that said they took an oath to provide for the American people and this country. They lied. They all are sitting there and got rich and still getting rich, and somebody paying $30 million for a freaking parade, and people are starving. You got drug addicts on the street. It's despicable. It's shameful. You sitting here talking about you live in the richest country in the world. People, I don't know what this is. Rich isn't just having money, people. You understand? Rich is soil. When you look at the soil and talk rich soil, this rich soil produces people, produces quality fruit. This country isn't producing quality anything. You can't go around taking from all over the world and expect it not to come back to you. People, you can't do that. If you do, you're going to get repercussions. You get repercussions from everything. People come out with a new pill, this, and this. It takes a generation, maybe take more than that sometime to find the end result of these medicines that's being pumped into the body. These waves, electromagnetic waves, and all this stuff, radiation, and all this stuff that's out here that we're being bombarded with. The human body, if you think about the stuff that we've been subjected to up until now, and we still alive, we still live to be 60, 70, 80 years old. I'm talking about poor people who don't have access to these doctors and this that 24-hour monitoring of their hearts and their kidneys and all that, and they still dropping dead. People, the body is magnificent. It is a magnificent thing that needs to be cherished. It needs to be cherished, it needs to be provided for, and it needs to be taken care of. The same as your family, your existence. Your human existence compared to other life forms, people, you need to be on your hands and knees every day, praying, thanking your Creator for making you a human being. Look at the wild sometimes. Look at National Geographic sometimes. Look at the animals. Look at them. All they do is run for their lives. Eat and run for their lives. Eat and be eaten. That's life, people. Don't just think just because you this is the way. No. There's a special reason that 1 ounce of DNA that separate us from animals. It's the reason you're that and not that. Think about it. Take your mind off these things that other people have found out that made you junkies of. It's more junkie. You got more junkie dope. They gave people dope people to ease the pain. All kinds of junkies. Look at all these rich people with all these billions and billions and trillions of dollars. Look at them. Junkies. Some of them commit suicide. They this, they that. They freaks. They out here. You got people worshiping people that rape babies, kids. Come on, what kind of civilization are we living in? I don't even think it's not a civilization. I don't know what it is. There's nothing civil about it. Look at your leaders. Just kill people like nothing, like stepping on a roach or something. We're human. We're not even human beings. We're moving beyond that, below that. People out here, you're having sex and babies just like it's a party thing now. It's not. It's a miracle for you to be able to give, a woman being able to give birth and a man able to fertilize a seed, fertilize an egg. You look on television, it's gotten so bad now. You look on television, they got pills every time you turn around. My man take this pill here to get his pole up for 2 hours. What the hell is that? Men, women are outliving you because you are killing yourselves. See, you're misinformed. In a world that's about money, everything is about money and it's about things. Who cares about you? If they did, they wouldn't do this. For every, like I said a few minutes ago, for every action, there's a reaction. If you think when you get 60, 70, 80 years old, if you think pumping them pills in you is not draining stuff from something else that you need, is not killing you, people, you're stupid. You got to be one of the biggest, stupidest fools. I don't care how much money you got. You're stupid. You wake up, people. And you know what? To be perfectly honest with you, men, sex is the worst thing in the world for you. They don't tell you that because sex is money. Not for women, but it's best thing, worst thing in the world for you. That's why women outlive men. Look at these old men out here. They almost tied up in a knot. You know what I mean? Trying to satisfy these. It's not about that, people. There's a reason for everything. Sex is a very selfish act. That's why we indulge in it like that. The sperm is the vital fluid of the nervous system. That's right. Listen to what I just said. The sperm is the vital fluid of the nervous system. That's why you feel like you do. That's why you are like you are. And when every time you release that sperm, you're draining life from your body. Tell me, find me somebody, any doctor out there that will deny what I'm saying. Tell me, find them. I'm telling you what I have learned, people. Because you don't believe what I'm saying doesn't mean it's not true. It means you just don't have the knowledge that I have. And when you really come to the realization of that act and being in a spiritual, a religious, a righteous frame of mind, people, that's the worst feeling you can ever feel. Because at that time, when that act is being taking place, you would actually feel that life draining from your body. And it is very, very painful, man. Very painful. And look, you can live without it. It's just put it in its proper place. You know, what are children? You know, children is a manifestation of your love between two people. You know, children are our future. You know, their minds are new. Their minds have ventured into different things. And you set these kids up and put these computers in front of them 24/7. And now you're coming out with human driverless cars and trucks, taking the jobs of humans. Why are you doing this? The rich don't need the money. All they care about is control. You don't associate with them anyway. They don't associate with you. So what the hell are they worried about you for? Why are you sitting here thinking about, oh, they're going to do? They don't give a hoot about you. If they did, you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in. They wouldn't have 50, 100 billion, or $1 trillion, and you sitting here working for $8 an hour, $7.50, $15. That's no money. Common sense would tell you if everybody in this country, I'm going to just show you how simple it is. If everybody in this country made $50 an hour, okay, this economy would flourish because people would have money. Everybody would have money to spend. Crime would go away. Why you got to have crime? You making that kind of money. Everybody got jobs. Why? Why you got to have crime? You know. They know the answer to these people is simple if you just stop and think about it. They are starving you. They are keeping you in this situation to keep you under control where they can do anything they want to do to you. The government going to shut down for 6 weeks and not even pay you while they're getting paid. How stupid are you? How stupid are you people? You're very, very stupid. And that's why I'm saying that. I'm saying it based on my experiences. You know, who else tell you this? You're chasing a fake rabbit. You're chasing a rabbit, and I say a fake rabbit because a fake rabbit is how greyhound races are started. With a fake rabbit tied to a truck that's run down the track, and these dogs trying to catch it, not realizing it's fake. And that's what we humans are doing. We're living a life, thinking we're going to catch something. This glorious life at the end. And it's not. It's fake, people. It's fake. Everything is a memory. If you experience something, you don't have to have, you get something. That's what, you know what a junkie is. A junkie is somebody that get this dope, man, just want to just stay high because it feels good. That's the same thing. You out here doing this because it feels good, but you know, you're aging. Just like that dope is killing that junkie. The stuff you're doing is killing you. It's taking you away from who you really are and what you can accomplish. And then as you get old, you realize, oh, I done made a mistake. I done put all my 50 years behind this bullshit. 180 years out here doing this and doing that. You know, that's what these rich people doing now. They got these doctors trying to come out with all this stuff so they can live forever, but it's not going to happen. And don't think you don't have to pay for what you do. You do. You have to be a fool to think you can do stuff and don't have to pay for it. It took me the longest time. I think I concentrated on this for maybe, at least 20 years to find out Where does justice in the world come from? Took me 20 years, maybe long enough to get the answer to this. And I'm not going to give it to you now, but I'm going to tell you something. If you think, the question that I asked first, I said, here is a rich man or an evil person. Go out here and just kill, and do all kinds of evil stuff and treat people bad, and he died. Here's another person that helps people all over the world and just feed people and just do the best they can, have good thoughts, a good heart, treat everybody the way he wants to be, and he died. Now they're both dead, so where's the justice comes in? Think about that. It wouldn't even be a God if there wasn't a justice. Do you understand? And trust me, there is a justice. You understand? And these preachers, they're the worst. Because they are leading you down the road. So that means they got to answer for every person that they have lied to, that they have mistreated under the name of God. And these dictators and all these people they have killed and murdered, and they have got to pay for that. You got to pay for that. And it's a horrible, I can't tell you how horrible it is because I've never been there. I don't even want to think about it. But look at, you can, I mean, this is a stage in life that we're in here, Earth. This is why we are like we are. This is why we are humans. This is why humans are shaped. We are 2 eyes, body this way and that way. Because this is what the life force, the entity within us need to survive on this level, this physical level. That's why we are this way. But the next time your eyes open, you won't be on this level. Because time's moving on. And next time, it's just like we open up the so-called cave people, or in the beginning, here in this country, because it was life way before us. But they couldn't figure out, they started from the rocks, started making tools from rocks and stuff, you know. These things that was here, they looked at these things and, oh my God, how did they do that? The pyramids, how did they do that? Well, the next generation come, if the things that we made is some of the evidence of it still, they would say the same, how in the world they make a bridge to go across that water over there? See, you're starting back, you're starting over from scratch. But this time, I think we're living on a different level this time. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, you're going to pay for it, people. Just like, look at National Geographic sometime. You know, we're life form. We're only one DNA from being animals. We are animals, just a higher level. But look at them. Like I was saying, it's the reason why you're human, because you're at that crossroad where you're able to make a choice. You understand? But once this physical body ceases to exist, you no longer can make a choice. You've lost that. You can only be that which you are. Think about that. You can only be that which you are, which your level of consciousness, which everything you did, every thought you have ever thought, begin to manifest. And that's all you can be. What, where, you don't have a clue. But one thing is all based on how you have lived your life. And I'm telling you, people, nothing. I have did a lot. People that I have met in my life, I hold them dear. Because at the end of the day, all we have is memories. That's all. You know. And, you know, this is who I am. So on that note, just for a minute, I'm going to come back again, because I want to talk about Trump and what's going on in this world. We're on the verge, people, of World War III. Thank you.